They possess an intense, active drive to champion justice, protect the vulnerable, and actively work to improve the lives of the people around them. Yet, despite that outward warmth, those closest to an INFJ often encounter a frustrating boundary. Friends and family frequently find that the closer they get, the more the advocate seems to retreat into an unreachable interior, leaving even their partners feeling like they are observing them from a distance. Conventional psychological labels struggle to map this behavior because they try to force the advocate into neat binary categories. Observers want to label them as entirely logical or entirely emotional. Neither label works on its own. To understand how an INFJ operates, you have to throw out those single traits and look at them for what they really are: a living, functioning paradox. When an INFJ enters a room, their brain immediately starts gathering emotional data. They involuntarily soak up the moods, anxieties, and joys of anyone in their immediate environment. As this video shows, two distinct colored fluids can bleed together until the boundary between them disappears entirely. This is exactly what happens to the advocate's internal state. They absorb the external chaos so deeply that they often cannot tell other people's feelings from their own. But then the paradox kicks in. As this diagram illustrates, that chaotic cloud of raw emotion doesn't stay messy for long. It gets pulled into a highly structured, rational framework where the INFJ sorts and analyzes every feeling. This analytical lens allows the advocate to take what would be paralyzing empathy and convert it into a literal to-do list. They don't just feel the weight of a problem, they translate that feeling into a sequence of logical, perfectionist steps designed to solve it. Because they consult the heart for the why and the head for the how simultaneously, they don't get stuck in the dreaming phase. By the time others are still processing their feelings, the INFJ has already begun the physical work of implementation. This unique processing style leads to one of the most common myths about INFJs: the idea that they possess a frightening, almost psychic intuition about what people will do next. There is no magic involved here. If we look at this animated scatterplot, we see what is actually happening in the advocate's mind. They are constantly referencing a massive, continuously updating internal database of human behavioral patterns gathered over a lifetime. When an INFJ observes a single new interaction, they quietly cross-reference that person's current emotional state against historical precedents to deduce highly specific future outcomes. Other personality types typically use their empathy to build social rapport or smooth over a conversation. The INFJ uses empathy to construct predictive models. Their intuition is simply high-level pattern recognition. It is an incredibly helpful tool, but it burdens the advocate with a constant, heavy awareness of impending human failure long before it actually happens. Because they are so adept at reading people and so passionate about helping them, society frequently mislabels the INFJ as a highly enthusiastic extrovert. The biological reality is the exact opposite. They are profound introverts who deplete their energy reserves quickly in social settings and require absolute quiet isolation to metabolize the energy they expend on others. This creates a stark asymmetry in their personal relationships. An advocate will willingly dive into the dark abysses of someone else's emotional world to help fix their problems, offering endless support. Yet they are extremely reluctant to let anyone do the same for them. Their pronounced sensitivity makes them highly conflict-averse, meaning the moment their own motives are questioned, they tend to withdraw completely and hide their inner thoughts. Their outgoing, warm persona is a tool they use for advocacy. Their isolated, closely guarded introversion is the armor they require to survive using it. Living with this internal structure takes a heavy toll. The exact paradox that makes the INFJ a powerful agent of change also guarantees chronic emotional exhaustion and a persistent, nagging feeling of being a complete outsider. Their instinct to run away from ideological conflict, rather than endure the discomfort of a clash, becomes the critical bottleneck in their personal development. To reach true maturity, the advocate has to systematically train themselves to stay in the room. They must learn to accept criticism and tolerate opposing viewpoints without immediately retreating into the safety of their isolation. Look at this image of a brutalist vault door cracking open. This is the terrifying ultimate step for a fully actualized INFJ, voluntarily dismantling their own heavy armor to expose their rich, complex inner world to another human being. An INFJ will gladly spend a lifetime fighting for the well-being of the entire world, but their greatest victory is finally putting down their shield and allowing someone else to advocate for them.